Hello guys, I am Dr. Karudin Verma, Associate Professor in Department of Computer Science Engineering from Rama University, Kanpur. Today I am here to discuss about the data warehouse. So I think everybody heard about the data warehouse. So we will go one by one. We know that data warehouse is the combinations of two different terms. One is the data and second one is the warehouse. So first we will see the data. So how we can define the data? Data is a raw facts, or you can say that it is the unstructured things. So whenever we will perform any task or we will perform any operations, or we can say that we will process the data, then we will get the informations. Like we can take an example. If any student having their reports cards, so in the reports card whatever is availability of the things, that will be the data. What if we will talk about the average score of the particular subjects, then it will be the informations. Even you can say that, even you can also find the average score of the college or institutes of the student, that will be the informations. Whenever we will process the data, it will give information as an outputs. Now next one is the warehouse. So warehouse, I think you all have heard about the warehouse, because so many different types of warehouse is available in the world. So we can say that warehouse is a commercial building where we store the data, where we store the like some goods. So like warehouse can be used by the some importer, some businessman, some export person. It is also used by for the transformations, transporters. So everybody is use the warehouse. Even warehouse is also containing the raw materials, like package materials, many things it is contained by the warehouse. So we can say when we are storing the data inside a data warehouse in large amount in the historical form, then it become the data warehouse. So how the data warehouse is come in the existence? So we will take one scenario, like you know that every company is maintaining the database. Like you can say that any bank is also maintaining their own database. You can say that telecom industry, they are also maintaining their own database. Even whatever you are purchasing on internet, like online shopping website, they also maintaining the database. So like this is the scenario when we are having the database with respect to each and every company. So you can say that, okay, so why we need the requirement of the database? Because we need to maintain the day by day transactions in our database. So we need to maintain the database. So here is one term that is called the OLTP, that is like the online transaction processing. So it is also like the database. Whenever we are using day by day processing or we are using the day by day transactions, we will store inside the database, that is called the OLTP types of the database. Okay, so in the OLTP type of the database, we are taking the daily based transactions, we are storing the daily based transactions. Like we take an example of the banking database. In the banking database, we are having various type of the input which we will go inside the database. So here we are having various transactions which is performed by the customers. Like they want to withdraw some money, they want to deposit some money, and they want to take different types of the loans from the bank. So all such type of the transactions or operations is handled by the database, handled by the OLTP. So we can say that in case of the OLTP, we are having various source of the data. Like here, what will be the source of the data? These different operations or these different transactions will be the source of the data which is stored inside the database. Now company want to analyze something on the database, so they have designed one more database, that is the data warehouse. So to analyze something or to find some decisions, they have designed the data warehouse. So data warehouse, it is also called the OLAP, online analytical processing, or you can say it is the data warehouse, or even you can say this is the decision support system, DSS. So in OLAP, we are taking the data from the OLTP. So in OLTP, we will use for running the business, and OLAP we will use to analyze the business. Whenever you want to take some decisions on the basis of the our historical transactions or any historical data, so we will apply the data warehouse, and we will apply various operations or various analytical operations on the data warehouse. Okay, this diagram shows the requirement of the data warehouse. We know that it is the database, which we know that all company normally maintain the database. So first we know that what will be the source of data for the database. So we can say in the database, that is also the type of the online transaction processing. Here we are storing various type of the applications. So like if we are taken an example of the banking system, so like what will be different types of the applications? Either it will be the withdraw, either it will be the like depositions, either it will be the loan applications. So such types of the transactions or such types of the applications will be stored inside the database. So we can say that database which is handle the current data, means whatever current processing or whatever the current transactions is happening, that will be stored inside the data. Whenever company want some type of the analysis or some types of like the transactions, like company wants some type of the analysis for the business point of view, like they want to improve their business by analyzing something on the database. So normally whatever we are storing inside the database, we will also store inside the data warehouse, because in the data warehouse, that is containing only the current data. So the data warehouse is always used for the study purpose, means whenever you want to analyze, you will use the data warehouse. It is also called like the OLAP, online analytical processing. Here the term is come the analysis that is used for the analysis purpose. It is also called the decision support system, DSS, decision support system. It is like helpful to improve the business. So in case of the OLAP, we are taking the data from the OLTP. Whatever data are storing in the OLTP or database, that will be also stored inside the OLAP server, OLAP systems. So before storing the data in OLAP, first it will go through the staging area. Staging area means you need to perform various operations before entering the data inside the data warehouse. So here one tools is come in the existence, that is called the ETL tool. ETL full form is extraction, transformation and loading. So there are two different terminology. Extractions means we are extracting the informations or we are extracting the applications from the OLTP, and then we are loading the informations or applications inside the OLAP. And there is one more terminology, that is the transformations, means before storing the data inside the data warehouse, we will transform in different format. Like different format means whenever we are having different source of inputs, and we know that different source of inputs will contain different types of the schema. So when we will store something in data warehouse, we need to convert, we need to transform in a unified schema. So here the transform is come in the existence, and this will perform various type of the operations, and after that it will store inside the data warehouse. Some tools, that is like Informatica, these are such type of the tools which is used as a ETL tools purpose. Now the question come, why we cannot use database as in data warehouse? So we can say that like we are understanding this thing with the help of one examples. Like if we want to find like who is the best player in the cricket. So to find the best player in the cricket, definitely we will go some historical data. We will collect some data by which cricketer has performed. So on the basis of the past data, on the basis of the historical data, we can say this is the best players. So with the help of current database, means with the help of current systems, we cannot say that which is the best players. We also take another examples, like we want to find the populations, in which states we are having highest populations of the male person, in which states we are having the lowest male population. So this we can also analyze on the data warehouse. We cannot analyze from the with the help of database, because database is always containing the current data. But whenever you want to perform, whenever you want to analyze something, you need to use the data warehouse. So we can say that if you want to use something for study purpose, you will use data warehouse. When you want to store some real time applications, you want to store real time transaction, it will store inside the OLTP. After to perform the analysis on the data warehouse, we are having different types of the tools. They are also called the analytical tools. Like I think you have heard about like BI tools, tabular tools, which is giving different types of the reportings. So with the help of these tools, we will find different facts from the data warehouse. So we can say that data warehouse is a relational database which is used to perform some query and analysis purpose rather than the operation transactions purpose. So we will go to the history of the data warehouse. So data warehouse, the term is coined by the Bill Inman. He is the famous scientist. So Bill Inman has introduced the term data warehouse in 1990s. According to Bill Inman, the data warehouse is a subject-oriented, integrated, time-variant, non-volatile, collections of the data. So these are the four basic terminology which is introduced by the Bill Inman in the 1990s. So first we need to understand what is the meaning of the subject oriented, and what is the meaning of the integrated, what is the meaning of the time variant, and what is the meaning of the non-volatile. So in case of the subject oriented, we can say that in data warehouse we are storing the data in the form of the subjects rather than in the form of the operational data. So like if we will say that we are having some customers billing, or we are having some different types of purchase order. So these are different types of the applications. So inside the data warehouse, we will not store the data in the form of the applications, in the form of the transactions. So we can say that customer bills means it is included every information with respect to customer. So we can say that we will make one subject that will be the customer. So to store the informations, to store the transaction data in place of the subject oriented, we will store such type of the information in this subject. This will be the subject oriented data warehouse. Like we want to store any types of the purchasing order, we will store, like we will take one subject that will be the sales. So inside the sales we will store all such types of the information. So we can say that in data warehouse we always store data in the form of the particular subject rather than the application oriented. Now integrated. So what is the meaning of the integrated? Integrated means whenever we are gathering the data from the different sources. So when we gather the data from the different sources, definitely they are in different structure, like they may be in the network structure, they may be in the object oriented structure, they may be in the hierarchical structures. So to store the data inside the data warehouse, we need to perform some operations by which we can uniformly store the data inside the data warehouse. One data source which are storing the informations about the male and female. So like we are storing the informations about the male persons and female persons. So one data source, like data source D1 is storing the information about the male and female. Second data source is storing about the informations of the male and female, like in the form of the 0 and 1. Like third data source are storing the information about the male female in the form of the X and Y. Now whenever we will process the data inside the data warehouse, so as we know that inside the data warehouse we need to store in a unified schema. So we need to take such unified schema which will be helpful for the analytical purpose. So like we can also store here like in the form of the M or F. So this is called the integration. Means before insert the data inside the data warehouse, we need to perform the integrations. Okay, now next one is the time variant. Time variant means like we are storing the historical data in the data warehouse. So what is the meaning of the historical data? Like whatever older data is available in the database, that will be called the historical data, because with the help of the historical data we will find some facts, we will find some decisions, and which will be helpful to improve our business. So like if you want some information, like you say that on this date what transactions or what items was purchased by this persons, though this information will be available from the data warehouse. Like we can say that on this year's what will be the total sales, this information will be available in the data warehouse. Okay, we are also taking one more example, like any account is performing some transactions, like transaction T1 is performing, like we are adding 2000 amount in the accounts. Here we are adding 2000 rupees in the accounts. Okay, next day we are withdrawing 1000 rupees. So here we will withdraw the 1000 rupees, or we can say that 500 rupees. So whenever we will withdraw the 500 rupees in this day, this will maintain the information about this amounts. In the third day or next day, like we are performing such informations, like we are again withdraw 100 rupees, or we can say that 100 rupees. So we will say that in our account we are having the such amount. So if we will say that what will be the current online processing, what will be the output, so in the current online processing we are having the amount of the 1400. So the current operation current database will be stored the 1400 rupees. But if we will talk about the historical data, these all transaction is stored inside the data warehouse, and whenever you will ask that on this particular dates what will be the amounts, so you will say this will be the 1500. Even you can ask that on this dates what will be the amount, you can find this will be the amount. So we can say in time variant means data warehouse always containing the information according to times. So this is the time variant. Next one is the non-volatile. Non-volatile means whenever we are adding the new data, it is not necessary that we will erase the existing data. So always in data warehouse we will add the new data, but we will not be try to remove the data. That is the non-volatile. So non-volatile, you can say that it is the also handle the historical data.